Well, folks, it's June, and you know what that means, Pride Month. Now, as a gay man living here in America, can I be honest about something? I think it's all BS. It's total BS. I don't need a month of the year or a rainbow flag or sticker or t-shirt to validate who I am as an individual. I don't need it. And the truth is if you identify as lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, or questioning, you like my graphic, by the way? Oh, by the way, I'm into daddy types if you didn't know. Thought you might like to know that. But if you identify with any letters in the gay alphabet, the truth is that you identify with your sexuality. You like to sleep with X. Now, I understand that there is a creative element to being gay or what have you. But at the end of the day, ultimately, you identify with who you like to sleep with. You need a month of the year to celebrate that. You need to have a parade. I mean, if that's what you want, more power to you, but I don't need it. And we got to talk about one of these woke commercials, because these commercials are getting so bad. There's a joke going around now that if you see one of these woke commercials, chances are it's probably being put out by Procter & Gamble. But these commercials are getting so bad, you can't make out what they're about. It's just as bad as these cologne commercials for Calvin Klein. So a shout out to Michael Knowles and his channel. He's been doing a lot of these videos where he's analyzing and trying to figure out these woke commercials, who they're for. So Levi Strauss came out with this woke commercial for Pride Month. And it starts out where they're on a beach somewhere, and the waves are crashing against the shore. And you don't know if it's sunrise or sunset. You can't make it out. And all of a sudden, there's this handsome young man with his shirt off, sun glistening off his chest. And then they do this floor-to-ceiling shot where you see a silhouette of somebody wearing a jean jacket. And all of a sudden, there's an ASMR transphobe voice that comes on and says, "It's such a great time to be alive. Things are so fluid. Things can be dissolved and rebuilt. It's such an exciting time to be gay. It's Pride Month. Thank you, Levi Strauss." Now, the icing on the cake for me, and speaking of that, I was in Walmart this past weekend, and I love going to Walmart. I know a lot of people like to diss Walmart, but I love shopping at Walmart because they have all sorts of cool items. Those take-and-bake pizzas, their market-side items. I just had their chicken Alfredo. It was awesome, absolutely awesome. And I love their bakery. Plus, they've gotten a lot of good quality produce in there now, so that's where I go to shop. But in the bakery aisle, they had a piece of rainbow cake next to a piece of unicorn cake. Folks, can I tell you something? Way too much icing and food dye. Way too much. I mean, when it gets to the point where you have a piece of rainbow cake next to a piece of unicorn cake, and we have to have all these woke commercials during Pride Month, and you can't figure out what the hell the commercial is about, and we have to have 5 different genders for one letter in the gay alphabet, then we have some serious problems on our hands. Just my humble opinion. Now, if you've noticed by now, this channel is not politically correct. So if you're a SJW clicking on this video for the first time, man, do I feel sorry for you. Because not only do I talk about this, but on this channel, I do support the Confederate battle flag, and no, I am not a white supremacist. And I support the American flag and the Bonnie Blue flag. And we will talk about the 2020 election if we want to. You can mention Trump's name, and yes, you can say that America is a great country. Because for the past year, I've been working on this series called Voice of the Composer. Hasn't gotten a whole lot of traction. So I decided to spice things up, change the name, call it Cultural Confederacy, because this way I get to talk about everything I want to talk about. And I love writing music in my spare time. That's my big thing. And I want to preserve our history and culture as Americans. And I really believe that this woke movement has done more damage to our society than good. And it's what has brought about Pride Month or what have you. Now, originally, Pride Month was a good idea. But as I said, when it gets to the point where you have to have a slice of rainbow cake or unicorn cake side by side with no variety in between, and you have to use proper pronouns as they did in this commercial for Levi Strauss, he, they, she, it, And at the end they say, we us. We us? What the hell does that mean, Levi Strauss? We us. But folks, we can't keep going on like this. I mean, if you're gay, fine. But you don't have to force everybody else to accept your lifestyle. Just live your life. That's what I do. I get up and I go to work every day and I just mind my own business. Now, of course, I'm talking about being gay here on this channel because it's pertinent to the topic. But I just don't go out there and say, hey, everybody, I'm gay, I'm gay, I'm gay. People have bigger fish to fry. They really do. Those of you who are doing that have way too much time on your hand. If you're going out there and say, oh, I'm gay, everybody. I'm gay. You must accept me. You must accept me. No, they don't have to accept you. That's their choice not to accept you. Now, it doesn't mean somebody can discriminate against you. Don't get me wrong here. And I had no idea, by the way, that there were so many rainbow flags. And there was one. This really caught me off guard. They call it the drag flag. It's for drag queens. And we're going to talk about Stonewall here in a second because this is all related. So they had, or they have this drag flag. And it's for drag queens. And it looks like something out of the Third Reich. I kid you not. I'm not making this up. It's got the picture of an eagle on it. Now, if you know anything about German heritage, German history, the eagle is very significant to German culture. Not necessarily based in Nazism, by the way. But this flag has got the picture of an eagle and this checkered pattern on it, but it looks like something out of the Third Reich. And I'm sure somebody here on YouTube is going to hear that and go to Google and say, ooh, you got some guy on YouTube who said that drag queens are equivalent to the Third Reich. No, I didn't say that. I said this flag looks like it's something out of the Third Reich. Get it right, bud? If you're liking the video so far, please click that like button, subscribe, hit me up on Instagram at hashtag Jason Composes. Leave comments below. Now you can reach me at Twitter, Cultural Confederacy at Twitter. I'm having fun tonight. It's Thursday, folks, and this is my debut video for the new series, Cultural Confederacy. I like that name. It's got a nice ring to it. And I want to bring as many people as I can into the fold. Gay, straight, bisexual, you name it. But I do not allow white supremacists on the series. Just make that clear. I own a Confederate battle flag, but I do not support white supremacists. But this is all related because Pride Month came about because why? People felt that they were being discriminated against and that they were oppressed. Now, I'm not going to deny that there was a time where you did have the gay community that was being harassed, which brings up Stonewall. And the dirty little secret about Stonewall is that Stonewall was not this epiphany for the gay community. That's not what it was about. You see, Stonewall was a seedy bar in New York City. Mafia run. And they were using the gays at the time to run it. And they weren't following the health code. The cops were caught on them several times. I mean, they'd be washing or just rinsing out these dishes with water. They dilute the drinks. May have been some drugs or drug deals going on in this bar or being passed in this bar. So that's the truth behind Stonewall. It is not this romanticized fantasy that we're seeing on the news or in PBS whenever you see Pride Month. And 10 years before that, you had the Cooper Donut Riot. And that's mentioned in a book by John Rishi, his novel City of Night. And I'll talk about the Cooper Donut Riot in a future video. It's kind of a funny story, but it's a cool story. And it was 10 years before Stonewall. But nobody talks about it. Then you have the Compton Cafeteria Riot, 1966. Happened in the Tenderloin of San Francisco. See, I'm up with the times. I know what's going on out there. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm a gay man here living in America. But once again, I do not subscribe to Pride Month. I don't need to make myself feel good. Now, I can't figure out if it was a brick or a glass of champagne or an empty glass of champagne. Maybe it was a glass slipper that was thrown at Stonewall because you did have drag queens there. I'm just joking, folks. I'm just joking. Can you tell I'm having a good time tonight? So before I close, once again, you like the video so far, please click that like button, subscribe, hit me up on Instagram at hashtag Jason Composes. leave comments below. You can reach me at Twitter, Voice of the Composer at Twitter. Well, that was the original. I just changed that to Cultural Confederacy. I'm sorry about that. Like I said, I'm trying to redo a lot of this stuff here to get everything in sync with Twitter and YouTube. So if you go to Twitter, it should be Cultural Confederacy. Here on YouTube, it's Cultural Confederacy, and I'll be changing soon my Instagram account to the same. But that's where you can reach me. And I want to hear from people. I want to connect with people because I really love this country. This is the greatest country in the world. And you people out there claiming that you're oppressed in the gay community, you're not oppressed. You can do anything you want in this country right now. Do absolutely anything you want. You can travel, you can shop online, you can get whatever job you want, you can create your own business. You are not oppressed. I'll gladly pay for your airfare to another country where people are oppressed. Which reminds me of this Chinese immigrant, this woman who has become Americanized. But she took it to the Loudoun County School District in Virginia because they've been making all these woke demands on their students and parents and teachers. And she told them, you are doing the exact thing that Mao Zedong did when I lived in China under that regime. And I said it many times before on Voice of the Composer, and I'll say it again. They were taking down statues, burning books. They killed millions of people. And we don't want that happening here. But she took it to these people. Her name is Z Van Fleet. Way to go, Z Van Fleet. You're a new American hero because you speak the truth. And I've been warning you people out there about this for months. 4 months. So it's okay if you want to go out there and have a parade on your own time. I believe in treating everybody with respect, equally the same across the board. But don't force me to accept your lifestyle. I don't force people to accept my lifestyle. And once again, we don't need 5 different genders for one letter in the gay alphabet. And we don't need all these woke commercials. Just get up and be the best person you can be. And I want you to come here and have fun on this channel. I want to preserve our history and culture as Americans, share my expertise in writing music, because that's, like I said, something that I absolutely love. And we talk about lesser-known composers. That's what I was doing on Voice of the Composer. But like I said, I need to spice things up a bit. And this way I can talk about everything I want to talk about and connect with you, the audience. And these videos, as you can tell, are raw and unedited. What you see is what you get. And I love that. It's time to return to our roots here on YouTube. Having a hard time talking tonight. You know how many times I've been working, or how many takes it has, I wouldn't say takes it's taken, but how long it's taken for me to do this video today? I've been working on this all day because I want to get it just right. Not have to be perfect on every word that I say, but I want to get it just right to get that message out there. And I don't want to step on too many toes so people don't go and tell me at Google or what have you. So I don't want to get too long in this video, and I thank you for being with me. This is the Cultural Confederacy. I'll catch you next time. Stay safe, everybody, and God bless this great country.